We're live.
Continue on here with the live broadcast, EA Sports MMA. One more fight to go here. The first round of Rise to Greatness as we see Richy Rue get set to take on Cage Supremacy in the middleweight division.
Yeah, Preston Rush to get this one put together. Richy Rue, he is a green belt master. Cage Supremacy stepped in late to take over for King Psycho. He's taken on a very experienced guy in Richy Rue, but Cage Supremacy himself, he's got a master yellow belt, so this should be a great little matchup we got coming up next.
And we look at this, too. You're talking about a couple of boxers here. You know they can stand up and trade, but both guys very high ground skills as well. Absolutely.
The submission's a little bit low for both guys, but they're not going to worry about that. They're going to keep it standing. The health is pretty high. Of course, we talked about the experience of both guys. This is the fourth live broadcast for Richy Rue, so he's been here and done this before.
Both guys over 900 wins.
We take this fight to the cage. We go from the ring to the Strikeforce cage. There you see Cage Supremacy coming out first. You can recognize him right away by the pink mohawk.
That's a bold choice. It's one thing to go mohawk. It's another to go pink mohawk. It's not as bold as a tramp stamp on a guy, though.
No.
There is Richy Rue.
Spent about 4 hours on his hair before the fight. Yeah, you should think guys like that with hair like that, they were like, you know, rebels. Takes a lot of work to do your hair like that.
Like I said, both guys over 900 victories. Master green belt against Master orange belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. We thank you for joining us at the HP Pavilion. This fight is scheduled 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Specializing in boxing, fighting out of the United States, Ethan Morris.
There is Cage Supremacy right there, stepping in late, taking this challenge of Richy Rue.
And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a boxing standout, fighting out of England, Richard Demolition Man Rodriguez.
He almost looks like the guy from the Fight Club with the nice hair.
Yeah, sure.
Busted up by the end of it. Here we go, though, middleweight division. Richy Rue, Cage Supremacy, ready to go at it.
Richy Rue is from Wales, UK. So that is true.
And by the way, Richy Rue says he's going to win because he has thug jitsu in his blood.
I didn't know you can get that in your blood. Is that like some sort of something you catch on the mats?
Maybe.
Had ringworm, had staph, never thug jitsu. I don't want that, I don't think.
You sure that's all you've had?
Guess once you get it, you keep it. Fourth live broadcast here for Richy Rue in the red with the blonde hair. Cage Supremacy stepping in late, pink mohawk. USA versus the UK here in this final battle here on the Xbox 360 tonight.
See Cage Supremacy staying busy there with some nice short punches.
Richy Rue going to the body, back to the head, mixing things up. These guys coming right at it. We are back in the cage now. That leads us to Strikeforce rules.
5-minute rounds.
No kicks, no stomps on the ground.
See a little body work right there by Richy Rue.
Richy Rue got quite the tan. Unless that's his natural color.
Did you get that at the beach or do you have to go someplace for that?
I think you can do either. A spray tan nowadays. I don't know if you get a spray tan before a fight. Seems like if you got on the mat, it kind of rub off on the canvas and you'd be embarrassed.
Well, maybe he's, went under the lamp.
That's bad for you. You get skin cancer. Big John McCarthy running around the back in the back there. You know, he's got a new book coming out.
Oh, I already got an advance copy.
Let's get it on. Nice guy, John McCarthy is. Interviewed him years ago. You and I did. Yep. Very nice guy. He actually skipped out on dinner with his wife to have an interview with us.
He knew his priorities.
Yeah, well.
A couple nice, good shots there by Cage Supremacy.
Big John Sr. Oh, man. Ever since back in the early days of the UFC.
Oh, he's got stories to tell.
Oh, I'm sure. I can't wait. I can't wait to read that book. Where's it at? Is that your house right now?
It's at my house. It's on the bookshelf.
Pretty sure I got a key.
I think you do.
You stop by while you're working tomorrow and pick it up.
Couple nice shots there again by Cage Supremacy. Both men trying to find an opening here.
Richy Rue in the red. This is part of the Rise to Greatness tournament. Green belt master is Richy Rue. Cage Supremacy, that's either master yellow or orange. You say orange,
I say orange. It looked yellow early on, but I think that's orange.
No, there's an orange belt.
I've seen a master orange on there before.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with you then. I'm not going to argue with you.
I know what I'm talking about sometimes.
You're right more often than wrong.
Coming up at the 2-minute mark here, the first round of this fight. Pretty evenly matched so far.
Yeah, the late replacement here of Cage Supremacy doing well for himself against Richy Rue.
Oh, and he eats a big shot right there in a stun. Holding on here. Richy Rue's trying to get him off so he can land a big shot.
Richy Rue doing what he can.
Cage Supremacy will have none of it. Fires back with a nice elbow. He's going to survive that little stint.
Just under 2 minutes to go here in round number 1.
Oh, and another shot right there, and Cage Supremacy stunned for a second time.
Another body shot that stunned him.
But Richy Rue is not able to follow up on it. Stunned, but won't go down as Cage Supremacy.
Richy Rue looking to start dominating this fight now.
You look at these guys, and Richy Rue does now look like a powerhouse, but he's been able to land some good power shots there.
He's got like that crazy old man strength. I think that's what he's got.
Does he look like a young surfer or like an old man that just has fancy hair?
I can't really tell. That's the thing. He either looks like a young surfer, cool hip guy, or like an old homeless guy you pulled off the street, and I can't tell which it is.
I think he's the latter, and he found a tube of like hair gel or something.
That's just not washing your hair for 6 years. It'll do that after a while. Probably a myriad of things in there between spilled whiskey, maybe some bird poop.
By the way, Cage Supremacy should not be sticking his chin out there like that.
You should never stick your chin out in a fight.
Yeah, but he was mocking Richy Rue there for a minute. Richy Rue coming back. He's been able to land some good, effective body shots here, and you can see the wear and tear on the side there of Cage Supremacy.
Starting to show, yeah, the body marking up. Great attention to detail here in EA Sports MMA.
But there's a cut that's now formed. Looks like it's outside the right eye of Richy Rue, so it should affect his sight. 20 seconds left to go in the first round.
Richy Rue busted up and bleeding. Cage Supremacy marked up on his body.
Ooh, Richy Rue goes down here at the end. Can he be finished off by Cage Supremacy? Just a few seconds left here in the first round, and it looks like Richy Rue is going to hold on.
Great first round of action between these two guys in the Rise to Greatness tournament.
Wow, up until that point, you would have thought with the two times that he'd been stunned that Cage Supremacy was going to lose that first round, but he lands a big left hook right there with that kick, fouls up with a big left hook, knocks Richy Rue down, but he's able to hold on.
Young lady alerting us to the fact that round number 2 is coming up next.
Look at the face of Richy Rue. Some damage there on the right side of his face. See Cage Supremacy there. He marked up on the left side of his body, but other than that, it looks like he's doing pretty good going into the second round here.
Big John has him bring it back to the center of the cage. They're going to touch gloves. Here we go again. Richy Rue in the red, Cage Supremacy, the pink mohawk.
And I think because of that big power shot at the end of the round, Cage Supremacy coming out here with a little bit more purpose.
Gives him a little confidence going in there, knowing he can take out the very experienced Richy Rue. From Wales, UK, 4th live broadcast here. This is the debut, for as much as I know, of Cage Supremacy here on the live broadcast.
You can see he's trying to dictate the offense here a little bit more.
Staying busy with those punches.
He's landing some nice shots. You can see the stamina all the way down there for Richy Rue. Big knee connects. Richy Rue is down on the mat. Cage Supremacy with some big shots. Richy Rue's going to hold on, but for a second time, Richy Rue has gone down.
Cage Supremacy looking real strong here to get round number 2 started.
Confidence quickly growing. Richy Rue trying to fire back with some shots. The action definitely picking up here in the second round.
Richy Rue does not like being on the receiving ends of those big shots. He wants to come and push the pace here against Cage Supremacy.
Cage Supremacy does not look like he's afraid of the power of Richy Rue, able to stand right in there and then fire away with some shots.
And I think Richy Rue thought he was clear with that flying knee, ended up eating it. Oh, now he takes out Cage Supremacy.
Wow, Cage Supremacy is in a world of trouble here. Richy Rue on top, not able to finish him off, but he's still in a good position here.
Cage Supremacy having to roll down and pull half guard just to survive those shots from Richy Rue.
Richy Rue staying very active, working on the body here of Cage Supremacy, trying to advance, gets in the side control.
He does dominate position very nicely here, but look at Cage Supremacy right back to his feet.
Richy Rue going to work on that body. He eats a couple punches. These guys are going to war here now.
Nobody wants to lose here. We are in the tournament, the Rise to Greatness. Get more at easportsmma.com.
Talking the best of the best in this tournament.
Master belts in all the divisions. Guys with tons of experience. Big thanks to Rupdat for putting this thing together. Quite an undertaking to put together a tournament this level with all these guys with all this experience coming off the boards.
Approaching the midway mark of this second round here. Both men have gone down here in the second round.
Cage Supremacy staying busy.
Once again, good body work there by Richy Rue. Goes back to the head, trying to mix it up here a little bit. Early on in this round, Cage Supremacy came out with a lot of purpose on offense following that knockdown he got at the end of the first round, but you can see he's a little bit more tempered here as he's been knocked down.
Both these guys want this victory so bad. Want to move on in this tournament. Seen some great fights tonight.
Absolutely.
Some big knockouts, some shocking turns.
Nothing has gone the distance.
No, we have not seen a single fight go the distance yet tonight. This could be our first. Just under 2 minutes left to go here in round two.
Richy Rue is the guy landing a lot more shots here. A lot of times setting up by going to the body, then goes to the head. Cage Supremacy looked good early on in this round. You wonder, what has gotten into his head following that last knockdown. Will he get aggressive again on offense?
That is the question. This is the first round of our tournament. Of course, we got the culmination of the Strikeforce tournament coming up here on Showtime very soon. Quite a few changes have come to that since we've last done our last live broadcast. Overeem out. Of course, Fedor out.
Josh Barnett, who joined us here on the live broadcast one time, still in.
He's still in it. He could be a favorite to win that thing. Verdum's still in it. Barnett and Karatanov. That fight's still to come. We got Bigfoot Silva still in there. Daniel Cormier has stepped in, taking the place of Alistair Overeem. He's out with an injury, among other things.
40 seconds left to go here in the second round. Fight that's definitely slowed down here during the second half of this round.
You get knocked down a few times, you tend to slow down a bit. Your brains get scrambled.
I think both guys are just trying to be careful.
Don't want to get knocked down.
Sometimes you can be a little bit too careful where you need to stay aggressive as well. It's just going to be a careful balance in there.
15 seconds left to go. Somebody has time to pull the trigger if they'd like here.
That's what we saw at the end of the first round. Cage Supremacy scoring that big knockdown.
Richy Rue looked like he tried to come in with a combo. Cage Supremacy backs off.
This one's going to go to a third round.
Third round coming. See the big shot there from Cage Supremacy early on in the fight.
Landed that big knee right there, and then you see Richy Rue firing back with that right hook that knocked down Cage Supremacy. Had him in a lot of trouble there for a few seconds.
Nearly knocked the mohawk off his head.
Take a look at Richy Rue here. Look at that right eye, that cut on the outside of his right eye.
Looks like he was looking at it like, hey, what's going on down there? Got a hole in my face.
It does not look like too much damage to the face there, Cage Supremacy, but he's tasted a lot of body work. You can see the bruising on the left side of his body especially.
How will this one shape out? Who's going to go ahead and take the advantage here as we roll into round number 3? 1 and 2 really could be a toss-up at this point.
Absolutely. Both rounds have been very, very close.
Richy Rue looking for a clinch. Cage Supremacy pushes off.
Cage Supremacy coming out here once again, being a little bit more aggressive, I think. That's what you're going to need here. This fight is anyone's right now. It's up for grabs.
Back Back and forth these guys go, still throwing punches. Nobody really has come to a point where you really feel like they've started to dominate the fight. You've seen some knockdowns. No one's gotten a finish yet. Nobody's really taken over.
Cage Supremacy staying very busy here. Richy Rue firing back with a couple of shots.
Got Nick Lang in the chat room, EASportsMMA.com. Hey, if you want to have him ask Preston any questions, Preston was at the last big Strikeforce event. Fedor Dan Henderson, Miesha Tate winning the title.
Preston just now getting over Fedor's latest loss.
Preston didn't bring me back a single picture of Miesha Tate either. Disappointed in that.
And you asked, too.
I know, I did. I asked him actually to bring back Miesha Tate. He didn't do that either. Did neither thing. Thanks, Preston.
By the way, Miesha Tate is following me on Twitter.
Really?
At Brian Fritz.
Nicely played, my friend. If I knew what Twitter was, it'd be even better.
Cage Supremacy firing back with a nice combination. There's Richy Rue with some more body work, and a big uppercut lands right there by Cage Supremacy. Another big right hand.
Got the full mount, but Richy Rue survives again. Man, that is one tough either surfer dude or old bum man.
Hey, those homeless guys, they can take a licking.
Richy Rue, it's like it just made him angry. He's coming after Cage Supremacy. You got to believe that leads Cage Supremacy in this round so far since he had the big knockdown. Richy Rue wants that knockdown back.
Look at Richy Rue is just stalking the man here. How dare you knock me down?
It's like he stole the man's can of pork and beans in his shopping cart.
Damn it, that newspaper was my blanket.
Here comes Richy Rue. He seems like he's worn himself out chasing down Cage Supremacy.
This fight, it's the third and final round of this fight.
Newspaper was my blanket. You're supposed to be a respected broadcaster.
I'm trying here. Maybe I should do this in Austrian.
Yes, maybe you should. Cage Supremacy, Richy Rue. This is our final fight of the night on the Xbox 360. Who's going to snatch this victory? That is the big question here.
Approaching the 2-minute mark here, third and final round.
This could be our first decision of the night unless somebody can pull something off.
But these guys are both aggressive, just standing there trading shots right now. Look at Cage Supremacy going to work there. Beating up Richy Rue, going to the body.
He's got him pressed against the cage. He's going to look for a takedown. He gets it. Big slam right into half guard.
See what he can do down here on the ground. Immediately wants to stand it back up, though. Well, takes an up kick.
He eats a kick to the face. A dirty old foot right in your face. That'll wake you up. You don't know where those feet have been.
Look at that. Cage Supremacy trying to do a little bit more body work here, which is smart. He's trying to mix it up a little bit. You saw the kick land there. Big flurry there.
I think he feels like this round is his. So, you know, he's if he rides this out and stays dominant, he should be able to win this fight, in his opinion. Doesn't mean that's the way the judges see it.
Sure, because the first 2 rounds could have gone either way.
Absolutely.
Look at Richy Rue firing back now with some shots.
Richy Rue going after him. Richy Rue wants that takedown back. He wants to even out this round. Big knockdown that Cage Supremacy got earlier on in the fight.
1 minute left to go here. Richy Rue in the red, Cage Supremacy in the black.
It's been a battle of attrition here in this fight. These guys just kind of grinding it out. It's been a stand-up grind.
Nice uppercut there by Cage Supremacy.
Big John McCarthy really has just had to stand there and look on. Very little groundwork in this fight. It's been all standing.
Cage Supremacy has been the more aggressive guy here in this round.
Seemed to have the more powerful shots.
And in the last half of the second round, he seemed very passive, but he's come out here with a lot of fire in the third round.
He wants this victory. Cage Supremacy came in late. He took the place of King Psycho. King Psycho, a master red belt. That was who was going to be taking on Richy Rue. Seemed to be like Richy Rue got an easier opponent. Maybe not the case here with Cage Supremacy, a very tough customer.
Final few seconds here. Cage Supremacy weighing a nice combination there.
I think he's got this fight. Depending on how round 1 and 2 went, I think round 3 was all Cage Supremacy.
Absolutely, but did he get rounds 1 and 2?
That's a question for the judges.
This one's going to go to the judges' scorecard.
I was a little late there, Richy Rue.
Look at the highlights there. You saw Cage Supremacy with that big takedown and big shot there that knocked down Richy Rue earlier on. Big left uppercut.
Put him right down on his butt on the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision, Ethan Morris.
Cage Supremacy getting the unanimous decision.
Comes in late, he takes the call, takes the place of a master red belt, and takes out the green belt master in Richy Rue. Nice display here from Cage Supremacy. He's in, and now he's advanced in the tournament.
And he actually won all 3 rounds on the judges' scorecards. The final round, he actually won 29 or he got a
10-8.
You got a 10-8 on the final round. So you look at the number of strikes here. Richy Rue actually landed 43 more strikes, but Cage Supremacy landed more power shots, got more knockdowns, and in the end, he's the guy that comes away with the win.
Yeah, nicely done there by Cage Supremacy. Way to step in late and take over. That's how it goes here on the live broadcast sometimes. Late replacement comes in and snatches that victory.
So Cage Supremacy will be moving on here in the Rise to Greatness tournament. The best of the best competing here in this tournament. Thanks again for joining us. For Dickerman, I'm Brian Fritz. We'll catch you next time here on the live broadcast of EA Sports MMA.